So I was driving around my town today and I thought, wow, England has some really nice houses. And we all have that one house in our town which we really want, but is like £2 million. So I thought today I'd show you guys what an English house looks like by building one I saw earlier. So with that said, let's get started. All right, guys, so building the outline of this place will actually be pretty straightforward because I might have told a little Porky earlier, this is not just a random house I saw, it's actually one of my friend's houses. It might look a little plain right now, but trust me, once we've added roofs, it's gonna fix it right up. So not to shade England, but pretty much every house has this same roof design. But where it does get interesting is we kind of have like weird extensions. For example, this house that my friend has, there's like a weird window in it, like it's only on the bottom floor. And also there's like a mini porch. I'm trying to remember, I was literally just there earlier. I'm not gonna lie, it seems a little bit big on this side, so I might shorten it by 1 block. Because wouldn't you agree, it's so hard to put builds into perspective that are from real life. Yes, that is looking much more accurate. Whoa, what am I looking at over there? Oh my God, it's Ariana Grande.
Ariana, what are you doing here?
I'm joking. Okay, since we're going all out here trying to make it look realistic, I'm going to use custom windows. On screen, I'm going to put pictures similar to the house I'm trying to build. Oh, oopsie daisy. Don't want to use chains. This is no prison. What I meant to do was square beams. She's kind of lucky with her house. She has French windows. Another thing about English homes is windows often vary. For example, it's one like thin one here, but along this side, it's like 2 short stubby ones. And then of course, the same French window pattern. And while I'm adding the rest of these windows, the reason I was at my friend's house is because we were going to Nando's, and this was only like my 2nd time going to Nando's, and I highly recommend. And I've just popped back in to do these ones because you might be thinking, Reese's, why are you adding modern doors? This is quite clearly a traditional house. Well, if you've ever been to any English house, literally 50% of them have been revamped to have modern kitchens. And spoiler alert, this is going to be the kitchen. And then this specific house also has a little conservatory at the back. So let's recreate that real quick. As you can see in perspective, the modern doors actually fit quite well with the rest of the house. One last window, we're putting this ultra thin one here. And that's because it's just like a typical thing. I don't know if it's the same in America. We will always have a little bathroom as you walk in the house. And now it's time for color. And we're very basic in England. It's all bricks. Oh, and I almost forgot about this little bit here. You guys are probably like, what's that? This is actually the garage. And again, it is just so common for them to be disconnected from the house in England. And the roofs are also pretty basic looking, but we do actually have chimneys. And apparently in Bloxburg, the chimneys are blimmin' massive. Let's shorten that a little bit. This is so weird. It looks just like the house I was at earlier. Doors are pretty much normally grey. Since I'm being so precise on this, we're gonna need something called a wooden plank. I have no idea what these are called, so I'll show a picture on screen. It's a very popular feature in English houses. And since this is indeed an English house, we will be doing it. It's rather tricky though. Oh my gosh, if my builder built that wonky, I would want a full refund, please. Let's just repeat that onto this side too. Okay guys, that is the best I can do. Please no one make fun of my building skills. We can finally move on to the final stage of the outside, which is gardening. We love bushes in England. A typical thing that you'd probably find in this is something like rose bushes. The only thing is in Bloxburg, they're a little bit low down. So we're gonna have to do a little kind of cheat and use these basic shapes. And that looks so much better. My mate is also lucky enough to have a porch. So we'll give a porch. In England, we actually say mate a lot. That's a comment I get. People are like, why do you say mate all the time? That is literally just what we call each other. I should build floors with roofs more often. They just look so much more like perky. God, I hate that word. It's like the word moist. It's just, oh, it makes you cringe. And I have no idea what car to put. Yeah, let's actually just put a Rolls Royce. They're millionaires over here. But I think, yeah, I do have a couple of like normalish cars. And I feel like this garage is really far back for some reason. I've just brought it forward a bit. That looks better already. And another thing that's quite common outside of houses is pebbles. In England, we love the countryside, so trees galore. Although they're not really Japanese trees like these ones would suggest, but this is kind of like an accurate shape. They're just not pink. Now we're just really adding the final touches. Why did that tree just turn to the colour of poo? That actually looks like the poo emoji. But yeah, like I said, just the final touches now. And I can't lie, I did take a bit of creative license here. She doesn't have a picnic blanket outside her house. This isn't Pinterest. Now we can go inside and I can actually talk you through the layout. This is what the layout is going to be downstairs. And this is going to be the layout for upstairs. So it's a very beautifully laid out house. I will say that. We're going to be starting with the kitchen. And do you want to know why? Because their kitchen is so nice. Like, it's the kitchen to be jealous of. This flooring is pretty much exact. And then the walls, I think, are white, but you can't actually see much of the walls because they've got so many cabinets. The rest of the house, relatively traditional. The kitchen, 100% modern. The rest is actually sage green. We were joking today, like the color sage green is in Bloxburg, but it actually is. This is literally the color of the house. Now, to be fair, I'm gonna have to just guess the rest of this because I can't remember exactly what it's like. All I know is there's a sink here. At least we haven't forgotten that. And like an island in the middle. To be fair, not a lot of English houses have an island. You have to have quite a big kitchen to have this. And if you guys ever want to stop the mini glitching on counters, simply grab a basic cube, pop it down directly in the center, and you can just create a new top. When I found that out, it changed my Bloxburg life. Next up is placing all of the appliances in, and this is pretty much the same worldwide, isn't it? Black and white appliances is all the rage right now. Oh my gosh, this is a beautiful kitchen. And you might be thinking, only 2 stools? That's a bit little. That's the other thing a lot of English houses have. The table is in the kitchen with you. Please let me know, by the way, if you're from like America or Australia. Do you have any similar things in your style houses? Definitely let me know in the comments. And then I can reply and we can see what we have in common. In addition to that, guys, since we're trying to make it realistic, we should use some plug outlets. Not that real life ones have smiley faces on them. And you best believe we are adding some modern tiling in here. And it's actually normally pretty simple. Can't speak today. It's normally pretty simple. Also, some kitchens have LEDs, so they are clearly living in 2050. And I hate to burst your bubble, but roofs are normally just plaster that is white. I think that's the perfect amount of decor because honestly, real life houses are not overcrowded. Next, we have the dining room. If we double up the table and have it about here, I ain't got a clue what their dining table looks like. Maybe marble? And I'm actually basing this table decoration off my table. Normally, we will have a vase. And if you're a regular viewer of the channel, you'll know I'll normally add plates and stuff like all fancy. But in real life, we just don't have that. But I am going to put these modern chairs. Again, these are like the exact chairs in my mate's house. That's what I love about Bloxburg. Some of the furniture is so accurate. I'm just going to put a couple of hairpin dressers. So that is about it for the dining room. I've added some potted plants because believe it or not, we do have them. The last thing I'm adding is this light. And guys, I have a story time about this light. In real life, this light, the amount of times I've smacked my head on it. Look, I'm even going to lift it up a bit. So in Bloxburg, I can't smack my head on it. But next of all, we should probably do the entryway. But first of all, you're probably like, what is this, REESES? It is going to be the bathroom. Now, sadly in Bloxburg, we can't actually build under stairs. That is a feature yet to be added. So in real life, the stairs go up to here and then the bathroom's like under them. But for Bloxburg's sake, we're going to have to move the stairs back a bit and then actually build a little bathroom. And I've used this bathroom about 2 times, so I cannot think for the life of me what it looks like. So the toilet is like here. Oh, this is actually so cute. And before you come at me, toilet paper is always above the toilet, okay? Like, I think in America it's not, and everyone gets really mad at me for doing it. And I love these towels. One, they do look like scary ghosts, but also these are like the exact towels I have in my house. And this would not be an English bathroom without some sign that says something like, life is like a seashell. Mum's just put them up in the house and it is literally just like, love is love. So that is the bathroom. And the last interesting little fact about bathrooms is the light switches are always on the outside. Furthermore, we have got to remember to add a little step. Otherwise, if you come in through the porch, you'll just trip over. And I'm not even lying here to be lazy. Like, we literally just have the same dresses in every room. Although I do have this really strange memory that there's a very specific console table here and they have the sickest mirror ever. And on the staircase, I'm going to add a picture wall. We love displaying pictures of family. And I think that's kind of like a around the world thing. And then there is double doors going into the lounge room and glass doors actually going into the conservatory. And I realized I put a normal roof onto the conservatory, but it has a glass roof. What am I thinking? That is perfect. And when we have conservatories, they're normally quite aesthetic actually. And I love when somebody's house is really out there. So I'm going to add a touch of that. Do you know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to make the lamp zebra print. Most people have bikes. And conservatories are a very good place to store bikes. I'd say we actually actually got that hallway and conservatory done pretty quickly. The final room downstairs is the lounge room. The only way to do these sofas accurately is going to be to use these. And this is actually more similar to my sofa. Just to show you guys for a little bit of fun, my sofa in real life is like this. It's like in this position, and my seat is this one here. I always sit there with my legs out. But no, as I was saying, we're probably gonna have to make custom ones as the room is so large. Guys, the funniest thing about going to your friends' houses is when they have massive pictures of your friends on the wall. It is the funniest thing. Normally, English houses don't have windows on the side, but hers actually does. And oh my gosh, it's making sense now. They have a fireplace in the middle and the chimney's right above it. Oh my gosh, that is how fireplaces work, guys. And I'm gonna use a decal for their mirror purely because they have a very like specific mirror. Okay guys, this is like the closest I could get. Couches are almost always leather, so we'll color it to be leather. And in England, we love our chill time. We'll have a hard day at work, then we'll come home and sprawl on the sofa. Although I'm pretty sure everybody in the world does that. Also, I don't want to sound like I'm trying to make England sound really good because it definitely has its flaws. For example, the weather, always raining. I remember there being quite a big plant and a massive overhanging floor lamp. Then to conclude the room, there's like a little dresser in the middle at the back. Guys, this looks so realistic to me. You've got to agree. And now we've done the whole downstairs, so all we have left is upstairs. But just before we do that, I think we should do the garden. Oh! Apparently we're not going to do the garden because we just got disconnected. Okay, we are back. Normally I wouldn't do a garden, but I think English gardens are actually quite superior. At the back, I'm going to put a big seating area. So we'll have it about this big. And like I said, they are superior because they have so many plants and stuff. Oh, the grass doesn't quite look like that. Let's retry. So if you have a house this big, then you're probably gonna have kids or something. So I'm gonna add a little swing area. And fun fact about the trampoline, guys, you can make it on the floor and you can make it smaller and bigger. And Bloxburg actually added garden furniture, didn't they? It's called wicker, but it's basically garden, isn't it? We've made this really quite big, haven't we? And I actually do have one of these chairs in my house, and they're the most comfortable thing going. I think it might be a tad bit dangerous to have electric lights outside, but you know, we like to live life on the edge over here, okay? Then you might have a hot tub as well. So we'll put a hot tub and a cabana. That is the garden done, and it just looks so cool when you look out the windows. And since I did the garage or garage off camera, we can now go upstairs, which the walls need sorting first. Ta-da! It doesn't look that much different, but it looks ultra realistic, guys. I promise you this is what it looks like. And if we're being really pedantic here, which means focusing on small details, the staircase actually is meant to come out this way, but you can't really do that in Bloxburg, so we're gonna have to make do. And if you're wondering the texture of the floor, it's literally carpet, because upstairs it's normally always carpet. Hallways, to be fair, are not decorated like they are in like America and stuff. American hallways are massive, but in England, this is literally it. The first room I'm gonna do is the master bedroom. Massive log bed, yes please. I had one of these beds and then it broke. That's literally the story, don't know where it was going. And you guys know I normally add 1,000,000 pillows. In real life, beds just aren't like that. I mean, in my real life bed does actually have 14 pillows on it, but normally it's just something like that, which is good for me because it takes less time. We love our dressers in England. We never have walk-in closets. If you have a walk-in closet in England, I'm not exaggerating, you actually must be a millionaire. As you can see here, even in the master bedroom, you literally just get a built-in wardrobe, which is like 2 by 2. I feel like this would be a good place to have a painting. I mean, right now it's Coeptus and Uncle Coeptus, is that you? Of course, you'll need a vanity to do your makeup on in a room like this. Alabama, Arkansas, I do love my ma and pa. Sorry, sometimes I just break into song in the middle of my videos. And I don't know why, by the way, with the bed, we transported to like a woodland mansion in Minecraft. The closet is gonna be easy as pie to do. This room is actually lucky enough to get an ensuite. I was watching an American house tour the other day. Mate, why does every room have an ensuite bathroom? In England, you're lucky if one room has one. I'm really going all out with the details here, adding soap. You can even probably move these towels into the bottom storage bit. Oh, I'd love this bathroom. Whoever lives here, luxury bathroom, mate. And I'm gonna steal this painting from the downstairs one, because remember earlier, every bathroom has a cringe sign, so I'll find one for this too. The one thing is missing is a little bit of privacy, and you guys don't need to see me build 2 bathrooms. So spoiler alert, this is also a bathroom. That is both the bathrooms done. So we have 3 bedrooms left. I'm gonna do my friend's bedroom next. So obviously this is just a classical English home, but it is based a bit off my friend's one. She has her bed like here-ish. Then there's really cool like 3 paintings above it with like feathers. I almost forgot she has not a trash can here, but it's like a laundry basket. Am I dumb? They literally have a laundry basket. There's also a vanity along this wall here. And I'm not gonna lie, she does not have bookshelves in her room, but I'm gonna add them because otherwise it looks a little bit bare. And not to shade her, but all her homework that she doesn't do is on the floor next to her desk. She actually has a ladder shelf in her bedroom. Obviously it's not got towels on, that'd be a bit weird. It has like potted plants, and there's actually a photo of us on there, which we can't get in Bloxburg, but these can resemble it. This actually looks kind of like it. It's actually a bit scary. And my little Reese's cups, I can't lie to you, this room here is exactly the same. I just made this one a little bit more pink, and you'll notice they're tidy. I actually helped my friend tidy her room today. And the last room is going to be a bedroom slash junk room. It's basically a room which we pretend is a bedroom, but reality, it just has a bed and a wardrobe. And no joke, the rest is literally just cardboard boxes. Now, obviously not every house has this, but it's just like kind of a stereotypical thing. It will even have trash bags in here. And my mum actually got rid of a lot of my baby toys. She was like, you're not going to need them at 17. And it always has some kind of crazy wallpaper in it. But with that, guys, the realistic English home draws to a close. Let me go change the thousands of paintings I placed, then we'll take the tour. All right, guys, here we are outside the front of the house. I did just want to admire the actual exterior of the house. This looks pretty realistic to an English home and really does look like my friend's house. Let's head inside now. Oh my gosh, this is so freaky. It's like I'm actually in their house. First things first, you'll be greeted with these family portraits. Quite a contrast of pictures. We've even got one of the dog, giving us a bit of a side eye there. Here is the bathroom as well. And this sign, if you sprinkle while you tinkle, please be neat, wipe the seat. The first real room though is the kitchen. I am obsessed with. So you'd probably just come down here. You might go over here, make yourself a healthy salad, although I'd more likely be grabbing a vanilla milkshake. Yes, please. And then over here's the dining table. So if you have family over, then you can have this, maybe at like Christmas time. While we're here, we might as well check out the back garden. Those doors, the way that opened is bliss. We have a trampoline. We have a swing set. And then up here, we have our hot tub cabana and some seats to chill. And the house actually looks pretty nice from the back, doesn't it? Let's go back in through the conservatory, take a quick look at this. There's one more room down here, and this room looks scarily accurate. Just take my word for it. This is like the exact mirror they have. I found these family pictures. I actually think they've got a really nice aesthetic to them. Let's head upstairs. The first room's the best. It's like the master suite. We have a nice log bed. I also put the wedding picture up here. I thought that matched. We also have a built-in wardrobe, and they actually get a rather large ensuite bathroom. And this sign says, wash your hands, brush your teeth. Does it mean brush your mustache? Opposite, we have another bedroom, maybe for one of the kids. And this is actually aesthetic. Doesn't this look realistic? I feel like I really achieved the goal of being realistic. Next to that's the bathroom, which is pretty handy. This is more of the family bathroom. Bloxburg needs to make it so you can press the towels. Although technically, who needs that when you have this? Look at me, look at me. Here is the junk room. This is so cute, this painting. It felt like nostalgic and cute, so I added it. And the last room is just another bedroom, and I tried to add other pictures like it has in real life. I also added these cute little teddy bears, and of course one more closet. So hopefully you guys enjoyed watching me build this realistic English house. Please do subscribe to the channel, guys. Subscribe right now. Thank you to everyone who watched this far, and I'll see you all next time.